Howdy, welcome to my channel. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry for the fuzzy lines on the video. My camera is just for my computer's being weird. Don't know why. It might just be my glasses uh, seeing things differently because it's an older script. But today we're gonna go over my new and improved deck list, tournament deck list for um, my Burn Strat deck, um, along with a side deck of 15 cards. And this is perfectly tournament legal for 2025. And I'll go into why I do, um, why I'm playing Burn uh, in this specific way compared to what the meta would want me to play Burn as. Um, and I'll go through my thoughts, process, and all that sort of stuff. Now, you might notice that I'm playing a 60 card deck. You're going to wonder, well, why is he playing a 60 card deck? I'll tell you why. Okay. There are cards that just bring, that are deck fillers and board breakers at the same time. So if I can board break, my opponent doesn't have a hand trap to respond with to get it out. Great. Um, a lot of these cards they don't have interactions that can be dealt with easily. Um, so first and foremost, let's get in the deck list. We got two Chaos Necromancers. I need to find a place to put this. Sorry. Three Nimble-Momongas. Two Giant Gerbs. Two Stealth Birds. Three Sandgans. Two Marshmelons. One Death Koala to punish my opponent for uh, having a big hand. Three Witch of the Black Forests. Cool. Three Ice Hands. Three Fire Hands. Poison Mummy. Cyber Dragon. Two Lava Golems. Okay. That's it for the monster lineup for this specific deck. Okay. Swords of Revealing Light times 2. Monster Reborn times 1. So, yeah, let me see here. Oh, yes. Two Supply Squads. One Wave Motion Cannon. It is currently able to be played at 3. Am I going to play it at 3? Probably not. Dark Snake Syndrome, which basically inflicts damage to my opponent every turn, starting with 200 and then doubling it each turn, which basically means a 16-turn clock if it gets that far. Dark Nightmare, each time a card does inflicts burn damage to my opponent, they take 300 points more. Cauldron of the Old Man, Toll, each player must pay 500 life points to make an attack. Chain Energy, 500 per card played. Insect Barrier, Harpy's Feather Duster, Thunder Crash, Attack and Receive times 2, Numinous Healer times 2, Magic Cylinders times 2, Magic Cylinder times 2, Gift of the Mystical Elf times 1, Evenly Matched, Begone Knave, So what this card does is, if a monster inflicts battle damage to a player, return that monster to the hand. Gravity Bind, just in case. My Insect Barrier uh, DNA Surgery combo dies, because Harvey's Feather Duster is a thing in the meta. Solemn Wishes, cool. Meteor Flare, Ring of Destruction, Nightmare Wheel, DNA Surgery, and Toll Hike. So what Toll Hike and Toll does is, Toll obviously burns someone for attacking with 500 life points. The Toll Hike says every single time a person attacks, they have to discard a card from hand. Now I know that, given the fact that the graveyard is like a second hand in most decks nowadays, it doesn't seem that good. But knowing what your opponent is playing, because he has to discard something at random, is pristine in meta advantage, because you need to know what your opponent's playing so you can counteract. Okay, and then that's burner control, right? That's what the main deck is. Now, for the side deck, we've got Chaos Necromancer times 1, Morphing Jar number 2 times 1, Cyberjar times 2, Princess of Sarugi, in case he's playing lots of back row. Inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. Life points for each spell and trap card your opponent controls on their side of the field. It's a good counter for blue eye strats that do play a lot of spell and trap cards. Play a lot of back row. Gravekeeper's Curse. I have it in there just because it's a decent. You summon or set it. If he gets attacked, guess what? He burns the opponent because it was technically a flip summon, even though it was an attack. Simple effect. Injection Fairy Lily, just for that extra boost in attack points if I need it. Wing Dragon of Raw Sphere Mode, just in case I need a board wipe. Another board wipe. Another Lava Golem, just in case I need another board wipe. Tremendous Fire for 1. Reasoning for another. The Dark Door. Both players can only attack with 1 monster during their respective battle phases. Burning Land. Inflict 500 points. Destroy all field spells and then inflict 500 points of damage per turn to both players. Nightmare Wheel. So this goes in tandem with Lava Golem. So let's say I summon Lava Golem on their side, okay? Nightmare Wheel says, as long as this card remains face up on the field, this haunted monster cannot attack or change its battle position except by card effect of magic, trap, or effect of a monster card. This card inflicts 500 points of direct damage to your opponent during each of your standby phases. When this legend monster is destroyed or removed from the field, this card is also destroyed. So, it can, number 1, the card can only be destroyed by battle. It cannot be tributed. By Nightmare Wheel's own effect, it can only be destroyed or removed from the field. It can't be sacrificed. So this stops him from sacking off Lava Golem. And on top of that, till this card leaves the field, he can't get out of that lock. Minor Goblin Official. When your opponent activates this, when you can only activate this card when your opponent's life points are 3,000 or less, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points during each of his or her standby phases. So, that is my bird deck that I will be taking to tournaments starting next year. Once I have some money saved up for like hotels and stuff. I'm doing that because, 1, I make enough from the VA where I don't have to work. 2, I enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh. with friends. 3, I don't care if I win or lose, but I will try my best with what I've got, with the cards I got and the decks I prefer playing. I prefer playing Dark Magician. I enjoy Blue Eyes, but I don't enjoy it that much to, take it to a tournament. I like Burn Control. It's a deck that's not seen a lot of a lot of tournament play, and it has some outs, but not as many as, say, some of the other ones. And a lot of the cards that I chose for the deck really don't have interactive, play per se. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you basically every card that thins the deck. Every card that has me drawing cards or has me doing something in regards to getting cards out of my deck. So, you take a 60 card deck, right? Now, what you do is you count the cards that you bait. This is the cards that just draw or pull cards from my deck onto the field, and the cards that are searchable by those effects. Let me get the magic cylinders out. Cool. So you're looking at this as this compared to this, right? Okay. Let's count how many cards this is, because this is how many cards you subtract from that deck to see how big of a deck you're actually playing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so you take 23 cards. So take 60, right? 60 minus 23. I'm playing a 37 card deck, basically. Out of 40 cards, basically. Because technically I can thin my deck within the first 5 turns this many. That is saying I get to the first through the first 5 turns. And then I have cards that just stall, like Marshmallow, um, and Lava Golem, that are hard to get around. Uh, can't be destroyed by battle, have to be destroyed by card effect. That sort of thing. Well, that's hard for most people to deal with because most people don't play around card effects. They play around, can I beat over this creature? Well, you can't, because literally, you're so stupid. So that's basically what I'm punishing players for playing around my stratagem, um, or playing through my stratagem. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But basically, I'm punishing players because I can, not because I want to. And that's the point, right? You want to play a decent enough card pool to where no matter if you win or lose, you feel like you did your best. And so by playing a 37 card deck out of a 60 card deck, I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good card advantage wise. A lot of my wins on Master Duel come down to the person not actually reading the card, number one. And number two, I've had 3 wins in the last 6 weeks on Master Duel, just the Magic Cylinder combo, where they would attack with the blue eyes, right? And I would have Magic Cylinder and 2 Magic Cylinders in the grave, right? Well, each Magic Cylinders, if you take it from the grave and put it into the damage file, it doubles the attack. So literally, they got blasted with 3,000 plus 3,000 plus 6,000, which is 1,200, and you only have 8,000 to begin with. So, like, it's an easy out if I can get it set up quickly. But again, that comes with knowledge of playing a card, not just what the card does. That comes with not just knowing how a card works, but when to use the card for the best advantage of said card. That's when you use the card. You don't just use the card just because you can use it. You use it to win most games. And that's basically it for my deck list. I am going to be bringing a official Yu-Gi-Oh mat, which I've got from the tournament series 2002. I've got official Yu-Gi-Oh mats, and then I got dual play mats. And then most tournaments, they usually provide the play mats on the table now. I don't think Locals does, but I know that other tournament vendors do. And I look forward to going to my first Locals in a few weeks just to test the water. Um, and that'll be the first of many, many I fly to fancy once I get done with other things. I'm proud of my achievements of getting 1,100 plats before my birthday. And now I gotta get back to Assassin's Creed Shadows so I can finish up everything that I can. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.